Hi everybody and welcome back to Suburban Homesteader Wyoming, and it is Tips at 5 p.m. Tips at 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and I take a few minutes of your time and I give you tips, tricks, and techniques. Well, today we're going to talk about ice cube trays. So I'm standing in front of my freezer, and this is an ice cube tray, and I realize that a lot of people have automatic ice makers, and so all of their ice cube trays have got stuffed in the cupboard. And what do we do with these? Now this is a really cool ice cube tray because it has a lid on it, so it makes it very stackable, and you open it up here and you can pour the water in or whatever you're freezing in. These are actually just in the house. My mom must have bought them sometime. But what do you do with all those ice cube trays that are hanging around your house? Because if you start digging through your cupboards and your drawers, you will probably find several of them. So what can you do? If you have an office drawer, put in tacks, paper clips, rubber bands, stamps, anything like that to organize that part of your drawer. And in fact, that goes with out in the garage. You're working on a project and you have different size screws, nuts, bolts, washers. Put them in an ice cube tray. You have them right there. They're not all over the place and you're not going back and forth. So before you start your project, you fill your ice cube tray and it sits right next to your project while you're working on it. In turn, if you're repairing something and you have to take things apart, if you put them in order, when you put them apart, you can put it back together because you know the order that it goes in. Easy. Now, what do I do with these in the freezer? I freeze lemon juice, extra eggs. When I make pesto, basil pesto, I freeze it in the ice cube trays. When it's all the way frozen, I pop them out and put them in storage bags or containers that go in the freezer. What else might you do? You can actually freeze chicken broth. I made chicken broth the other day. I have about this much left in my jar, and so I'm going to freeze that. So if I need to just add some onto it, I have it. And I don't have to buy it from the store or make it myself that day. I can just use how many cubes I need. It makes it really easy. You can actually even freeze your wine. Say you have an inch or two left in the bottom of the bottle, you can freeze it, unthaw it, and drink it later. Who knew? In the sewing room, in my sewing room, I can put buttons and needles and snaps, anything that I'm working on a project for. If I'm doing something crafty, maybe I'm using beads, I can put the different beads that I'm going to use that day. If your kids are painting, it's easy to put the paints in an ice cube tray. Makes it much less messy instead of them dipping their paintbrushes into the jars. You get to control how much it is. If you have a wee one and you make your own homemade baby food, how many sweet potatoes can you eat? Can the baby eat in a week? I don't know. But freeze the rest of it, let it freeze solid, pop them out, and store them in freezer bags or freezer containers. It really makes it efficient. And why throw these away when you might be able to use them? If you have some other ideas on how you used ice cube trays, let me know. Now, at Tips at 5 o'clock, I have been telling you the holidays for the next day. So for February 18th, it is National Drink Wine Day. So if you have your extra wine, freeze it. Eat ice cream for breakfast day. Now, I like that idea. National Battery Day, Pluto Day. I don't know if it's Pluto like the planet or Pluto like the Mickey Mouse character. I don't know. But the best day tomorrow is Random Acts of Kindness. So let me know what random acts of kindness you do tomorrow and share it with others. I will see you tomorrow. Always like, subscribe, share with the world, and I hope you enjoy Tips at 5 p.m.